Here, before we get to halftime, let's talk NBA hoops.
NBA hoops, and yeah, some news out of Memphis.
You're a guy. Remember him?
Yeah.
A year ago, suspended twice by the NBA. All these incidents off the court with guns, gangs, and all that. Well, the NBA has gone through a real bad situation this year at player deportment. John and I, we've talked about this extensively. They issued a memo to all the teams early last week that they would crack down on any player on the court who makes any type of gang-related gesture. That comes from obscene gestures. That comes from grabbing your crotch. That comes to throat slash. That comes from pulling a gun. And what did Ja Morant do of the Memphis Grizzlies after all the incidents he had last year in a game against Golden State, by the way, where they were getting blown out? He pulled that routine with a gun after scoring a three-point shot, pointed it at the Golden State bench. He got fined $75,000 over the weekend by Commissioner Adam Silver, who's indicated next time you do it, it'll be twice that amount. And now Ja Morant reaches into his pocket and pulls out the sign that says, "Oh, you're trying to make me the villain. Well, you keep doing this junk. Why are you doing this stuff?" It's gotten so bad in Memphis, as great a player as he is. He's had so many issues off the floor and with player deportment, coupled with chronic shoulder problems. Memphis is thinking of trading the guy at the end of the season. Even though they've won with him, he was the ringleader that led to the head coach getting fired last week. Now he's a villain. He's painting himself as a victim. You're trying to make me out to be the villain. But you're the one that keeps doing this stuff. John?
That's dropping a bomb on me right there. What a dumbass this guy is. I mean, we talked about it when he first got in trouble, and we were saying, oh, maybe it had something to do with his background. I know his father sometimes got in trouble, and he didn't have good role models. But after a certain point here, which is where we are, this is just a dumbass thing because he's not learning from his mistakes, and those financial penalties clearly aren't shaking him up.
Exactly. When you're making the kind of bank that he's making, $75,000 doesn't seem to be a hell of a lot. You want to send John the check, me the check? We'll take the $75,000. But
yeah.
now Ja Morant is telling everybody, oh, they're making me out to be the villain. Well, who else is the villain? You're the one that keeps doing it. And the deportment from top to bottom, players versus refs, players versus fans, players versus opponents, players versus the whole league, to me, has just been a big, big detriment to basketball. That's the latest from the NBA. Now,